Hey everybody, this here's Dan, and this will be the recap of the arranged war against 6 Schlitzes. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. This here was a defeat, 112 to 112 stars lost on total destruction, and it was a nail biter. This guy Invest Consult, last minute of the war, man, brings out a first hit 3 star for the upset because they were down by 3. They needed the 3 star mills, and he did it. He did it with, he had 40, 40, 20. He had a whole bunch of bowlers, and he used miners on one side, and it was highly effective. It wasn't even close. It was very effective. Very crazy war here. And we were actually leading by quite a bit, but man, they saved their high end attacks and were able to coordinate their cleanup. Good game to 6, man. They put it together. I think they had a couple guys come on over, and we had a couple guys from our feeders too. All Town Hall 9s were clean. There were a couple Town Hall 10 3 stars on both sides, and a lot of dropping down and crushing people. Our 6 star war hitters will be Imlaw, Trowley, Betto, myself, Tycho, Dixon Cider, and Hold My Bonk for me. Alright, let's check out some of these. This here is a Town Hall 10 attacking their top player, and really interesting, man. With these new baby dragons, archer towers cannot really protect you like they used to, and also they do like really high damage. So you're able to get a whole lot of percent, placing them down. You check all your ranges, you place them down, and a lot of these archer towers are a little bit deeper than the cannons, so they really don't protect it that well. And he's able to pick up a good 20 to 30% of the base here just on the dragons alone. These are just level 3 dragons. I don't remember what max is for Town Hall 10, but they do go up to 4. That might just be a Town Hall 11 thing. I'm not checking the wiki just for this recording. Alright, there you go, man. We're at 27, 28%. We still got one more baby dragon, and we're about to valk this straight into the Town Hall. No joke, man. We're just gonna go insane. All right, he puts down the dragon, so the eagle goes on his 10-second cycle between shots, and he just sends the valks, man. He gets them rushing, man. It's time to rage. It's time to go. We get the heal. That's gonna help us out a little bit against those bombs and the CC and this stupid eagle artillery. But he is actually able to get in there and blow it all up, using all of his abilities, using his heroes. Everything here is just melting. There's no hope. But, boom, there's the 50%, guys. That's the 50%. He even brought a couple minions just in case he broke down some stuff that he could, maybe clean up. But, he gets a red air mine, and, you still got to deal with the eagle artillery anyway. But there you go, guys. 52% for the 2-star Town Hall 10, stepping it up. Really like that. And then we go down here to number 9. We got Kush going in on this Town Hall 10, and he is also a Town Hall 10, no warden here, and he's going to send a whole lot of dragons at this base. Now, everybody's been playing against the Valks, and I actually don't have a lot of Valk replays for you today, but we're getting some double zap Quake here, and he's going to hero down one of these air defenses, and then just send them all in straight on the last one with one of those new mega lava hounds in the CC, the kind of ones that never like to break on you. Send it in ahead of time. That way it'll soak everything up, and it'll actually stall out the Inferno Tower that we're about to set it right into right now. But there you go, guys. We got a sweet funnel, level 40 BK. He's going to go chop chop. Spring traps don't bother him. Now, the Queen's still there, and the CC's a ground CC. I really like this attack, though, because he had to check that CC. He wasn't sure what was in it, man. This here was a first attack triple. So he puts in a real nice funnel here with the dragons, and he still has a rage in the bag to send them on in. Look at that. The lava hound finally broke. Yeah, but the dragon's already there, man. The dragons are doing their thing. Their rage, they're knocking stuff down. They knock down the queen. They knock down the defenses, and then now it's looking real good. Still a lot in the air, and they really haven't taken a lot of damage. So this here is this here's kind of why I think you still want to have your expos up, man. Multi-target infernos, yes, I still think that's a huge requirement, but it's just maybe you want to have a few up, just because they'd be doing damage. I don't know how much more they'd be doing on these dragons. I don't think it would really change the attack. This year's just a really well executed attack against the right kind of base. A lot of the the archer towers ain't maxed. I don't know if I just said it was a max base. It's not. But there you go, man. The dragons are sweeping this base. It's all over. Good job, Kush. It's gonna be 3 stars. That was the only one I checked if it was the first attack. The other ones were just really sweet hits. I think this base took 4 hits, and I really like Mikey's queen walks in his style, man. I think there's a lot to learn from here, and we've been playing around in these with the friendly challenges, using Valks, kind of like the Valk Simulator 101, learn how crazy they are, learn how crazy these queen walks are. And he's got a really nice push-off point here with the army camp there on the corner, so that queen is going to advance up and around, but she will be able to pick up that CC. I believe it's some sort of ground CC, like something nasty, like a golem or something, some sort of time waster. But he's using that air sweeper to push his healers out, and then what's going to happen there is they don't get hit by the air defense. So even though it's taxing his queen's health right now, he's like, whatever. He sends in the 1 hog, that way he can kind of like pull the CC, and look at that, it's a high damage CC, so he's going to have to deal with that. So he sends in the rage, he recovers all of that health lost. I think we lost a lot of queen walks because people were just saying, I'll just put a poison down on their queen walk. But these high damage CCs, especially the ones that are just loaded with minions, that's a nasty one. People are losing them. I really like this golem here. The golem, now it's going to tear off to the side, but it's holding up that expo, and the expo is doing like tons of damage. He pops the wall, and he's got Valks running the side, but he only used a few Valks after he noticed that they were tearing off to the edge. So Valks kind of like break off, but then they join back up. They eat the king, they eat the queen, and they're going to roll on in. They don't care about skeleton traps. Gives them a heal spell because they're under that expo fire. But there you go, there's the money right there. The Valks advance on up. The queen has made a nice little chunk of this base for us, and the Valks have nowhere to go but up and through this base right on that little tight spot with that jump spell, and they're going to make money on this attack. He's bringing a couple hogs to just kind of send them in to clear all this junk out. The queen still being our little bro, and she's going to knock out all the stuff here on the side. She's like picking up all the scraps in the Valks. We don't have a heal, so I'm not sure what he was doing with the second rage here, but he's just like, screw it. He rages the hogs just to send them on forward and blow up that mine before that bomb before the Valks get there, but they end up eating it anyway. But that's alright. They end up full health, and our healer is switching off, so they're all full health. Cleanup's looking strong. This attack totally destroyed. I saw some really impressive attacks this war, and Mikey Yahoo was it. So that's it, man. It's going to be 3 stars. Another one here I got, Trowley, doing weird stuff. I never would have approved this attack looking at it. I would have been like, oh, come on, man. Oh, come on. But I guess he just looks at a base and just thinks it. He like overthinks it. And he ends up with, here's what we got going on. We got sweepers pointing inward. Now all the air defenses are like somewhat gettable with the queen walk, and that's what he's going to do. He's going to pop this, and he's going to be able to get like at least 2 of them, right? So he's doing that. He's getting a sweeper, and he's going to send a ton of dragons on this base, and it's going to get really weird. I don't really know his mindset here. I'm not critiquing it. Look, this attack works. It's just really interesting. So we got the baby dragons are really good for funnel generation, so they cut all the crap out of the base, so that way dragons can go right on in. But he's only got 3 main dragons, and then other than that, it's all baby dragons and a couple loons. And this attack is just really well thought out. So he puts all of his main dragons up top, right? They're going to go get the queen. And then he has his baby dragons on the sides. They're just there for funnel generation. Now, they don't berserk once they get nearby the other dragons, but it just doesn't work out so well. But look at this, man. The queen will actually take a jump if you got a nice hard funnel, and that's exactly what he did. So he funneled the hell out of this base, and he's just going to walk the queen right through the middle of it. Thanks to the new baby dragons, man, they're able to take hits from the archer towers and still generate that funnel for you. And he had a really nice funnel here, so the queen goes right where he wanted to go, and he's going to loon and send loons into the back end of that sweeper. Now we still got a Tesla farm up here in the gap, and everything is going to converge on it. Now it's not going to look pretty. We're going to lose a lot here, but with the queen still doing her walk, and the fact that the lava hound and the lava hound pups are doing their work down here, as well as we got a baby dragon, so cleanup's pretty much done, guys. And with the queen just kind of walking, and with the BK still fresh on his rage, he don't care about no springs, man. He's just gonna roll right in there. Oh, look, a barb jumps. He's fine, and that's it, man. 3 stars. It's just a really weird attack, man. I'm not critiquing. I'm not critiquing it. Nah, man. I never would have greenlighted a weird dragon attack like that. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. We got Vaseli here. Vaseli, I like this golem use. Now, it's Govaho, guys. It's Govaho. I know you guys are like burned out on Govaho, but look at this golem and look at this queen walk here. We got a lot of intelligent play, and I think a lot of people got jacked up by just trying to throw a walk, expecting to cover the CC, as well as not knowing when to not knowing when to rage. But look at this, all this preemptive stuff, man. He poisoned her, so she only taps her once before she retargets, and then she's able to actually take down the other level 30 queen with this big old queen level 30. But I think even a 25 queen could have handled a level 30 queen. Just looking at numbers, man. But he does have a rage, and that's great. So he still has that saved, and the queen's going to go back to full health. And he's already got a funnel down here generating, guys. It's cooking, man. Look at this. We got minions. We got the golem there. He's just going to knock down that little mortar, and the wizards are going to help us out. By then, the minion will be done with its little gold storage there. And the queen is going to advance up and emerge in here. And I believe this was a really smart cleanup attack, because we are going head on with a good chunk of the valks here. Now there's only, I think, 6 valks, and then he brought some CC valks, so we're looking at 9 valks total. There's a P.E.K.K.A. and a wizard that step out, but they're no big deal. He cuts them all down. The queen starts shooting walls. Unfortunately, she didn't move all the way around and join up with the real team here. But there's only a small group of actual valks running this base. And, look how much damage this golem is absorbing for us, man. He's really helping us out. He's taking a lot of the hits. We would be losing valks like right and left if it was just valks. That's what I'm saying. So he only has 1 heal left. He puts it down just because his valks are just going to hang out on that wall. And he sends in his hogs in such a manner where, like, okay, I'm gonna have them clear out this giant bomb compartment so they don't blow up my valks. And then he's still saving his 6 hogs, because watch this, guys. He puts the BK down. The BK is going to tank for us. Boom, we're going to knock down that mortar, knock down the 2 wizard towers, and we're looking really good here for a strong finish, man, because their queen is going to be able to shoot out all that. We get a couple minions, and we still got a nice grouping of valks that are finally finished up with whatever the hell they were doing down south, banging on that wall. They're going to come up and help us out, as well as those wizards. And it's going to be the 3 stars, popping the double giant bomb, and the ability at the last second. Boom, that was good. And then I got another one right here. This here is a guy coming up from, this is a 40-man war. Guy coming up from 37. He saw one expo being down. He was like, I just want to send dragons. I don't know, man. It just works. So he gives, I like this this spacing of the quakes. He tried to like get max like damage. Okay, he didn't just drop it direct on the air defense, but he like tried to damage the hell out of everything. But he knocked out the 2 actually particular hardest air defenses, and he's gonna hero down this one out of the south as well as handle the CC. So let's see what comes out of here. Oh, it's a golem. No big deal, man. We're running dragons. So he sends his dragons on in. And we're getting a nice funnel, bringing the big lava hound, and it picks up like 2 seekers, and look at that, it still has a third of its health. 2 seekers and still has a third of its health, man. I remember the good old level 3 lava hounds. They would be at a sliver, as well as level 2s. They near dead. picking up 2 Seekers. But there you go, man. So it only hits our dragons a few times. I think it killed 1, but then they just get right on top of it. Level 4 dragons, they don't care. Really smart attack here, though, because check this out. He's like back in Loonin before he needs to, because those are like bunkered archer towers, and what's going to happen is the dragons get stuck on these storages. He wants the dragons to be tearing away at the defenses. If the defenses can target the dragons, he's going to back in Loon that stuff, so that way they kind of like take out the archer towers, like the threats that would be behind the defenses. So he saves like 2,000 health per dragon every time he does that. And then also the balloons will advance throughout the base, kind of chasing defenses like this. Check this out. Boom, knocks down the sweeper, and then I think it picks up an air mine and dies right here. There you go. Picks up a freaking seeker. That would have killed the dragon. And that's it, man. It's gonna be 3 stars. Dragons all day. Just really well thought out. One expo was up, one of them was down, but the far one was down. So it really worked out. It's kind of like the mass valk concept, man. They can just plow something. And speaking of that, I got Betto here. Betto, I don't know what you're doing with Giants and War, man, but he keeps doing this. He keeps doing this, and he's 6-starred this war, using the same stuff. And every time we do a friendly challenge, he wrecks a base. It's pretty ridiculous because the attack is really flexible, and there's nothing better than coming up with a good attack that you can kind of like just keep throwing again and again and again at friendly challenges. Because if you can come out successful using that, well, then you can pretty much come out successful on any Town Hall 9 kind of base. I think Town Hall 10, 11 take a higher level strategy. Well, maybe I'm holding my tongue on some of that 11 stuff. But definitely 10 for sure. But he's using this weird. Okay, it used to be, we used to call it HGH. All right, healers, giants, hogs. But it's like healers, giants, and a little bit of mass valk. There's no hogs here. He still has 12 valks in the bag, and normally he has them down and they go in with his squad, but he has to like transition this attack. So what he does here is he slams them all down. Half of them break off to the right, which is not good. But he wants them to go kind of inward on this base. I think he should have put them on the right and let them move left. But whatever. Hindsight's 2020. They actually chase up and around this base. It's okay. It's funny. And then the reason why I'm showing this is because of how damn effective it is. We didn't even get a good pull on the CC. Still got a bunch of archers there. So what he does is he poisons one set of archers, heals the others, and they had to chew through that wall anyway. Still has another heal in the bag. Yeah, that's right, man. We're lumberjacking down walls here using giants and valks, and that's the thing. I think that's what makes his attack pretty effective. And it's not like this attack's useful for every single base unless you're Betto. He just makes it work. We do get the double bomb explosion there, so he just tops everything off. But honestly, look at that. The healers are still doing what they're supposed to be doing. So everything would have been topped off there anyway. A little bit of an overkill on pretty much everything in this base. That's it, man. The Giants arrive at the wall with the BK and the Valks, and they're able to cut through walls up pretty quickly. And it just keeps the Valks like moving through the base, and they are hungry, and they just want some of everything, man. It's all you can eat buffet at the Valk diner. That's it. I don't even know what kind of planning he does. I'm pretty sure he looks at a base for 2 minutes, already has this in his army camp, and he just goes. I don't get it. I don't get it. And then there's this other guy, the other Dan the hero. I'm gonna check this attack because I think this guy held off a bunch of attacks, probably the most in the war. 6 attacks to clear this guy. Well, Mao, here's the deal, man. It was like Queen Walk Valks. I had a pretty solid Queen Walk Valks, but I think we put them up to like 98%, 97% with one plan. We tried to refine it versus build a new plan, but Mao's going to send the loons, and this is going to be a Pentaloon loon, but he keeps taxing himself on his loons because he's trying to get that damn CC, but it just won't drop. So he's like, whatever. he has to improvise. Sometimes you gotta improvise. So he's thinking, what can he do here? Well, the next time you want to drop loons, you want to get something of value. So he can 2-drop on the archer tower, 1-drop on the cannon. That way he can get 1 death drop, 1 proper drop, and that's how it's going to work here. Boom, boom. Only 3 loons versus like 4. And he's going to be able to pull the CC, which I think is a dragon and some crap. Oh, yeah. So we got like an anti-Laloon kind of CC, and we're going to pull that all north here. You got a Troll Tesla. I think there actually cost us one of our attacks. Unfortunately, see how everything was crammed down here south, so nothing's really up top. So he covered the Troll Tesla, using his BK as a little bit of absorption. Now, Mao doesn't have the best heroes, but you're going to see that Queen survive. He's going to go ahead and send everything because he knows that Queen is locked on and she's good to go. Sends in the Pentaloon, man. So my guys are moving through. They're hasted. They're rolling through. And he's going to get him right on top of those wizard towers early. See, it's better to encounter wizard towers on the front end versus the back end. So all we got is single target crap on the back end. And I think there's a couple Teslas here in the middle, but nothing. It's not like a farm or anything. And everything here is just rolling on in. The sweepers are done. The sweepers are in bad situations. And one of our expos, the best one, is actually pointed down. So we don't even have to worry about that. That's 90 DPS you ain't got to worry about. He totally overkills the base here, guys, because I think there's 2 lava hounds that don't pop. And he still has his queen up. So there you go, man. Sometimes, yeah, just the Pentaloon, man, it just works. And his queen survives until that last second. Sometimes the Pentaloon just works. Practice it, man. It's just practice it in fair play. I'm pretty sure you can put this together on most bases. Again, Mao is one of those guys who can run this stuff on friendly challenges. Doesn't matter what the base looks like. He probably plans for like 30 seconds. Comes up with something, and he improvises well. Here's one where this is me. Everything went to plan, except for one element, but everything else I totally butchered this base. I'm able to get the CC here. If you look at it, I can pull it off without having to use any sort of wall breakers. So I'm like, sweet. And as soon as my queen steps up to engage the air defense, I know I can get a nice hard cut on the right with a baby dragon, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to try to do cuts with baby dragons, a little bit of practice. I've been screwing around with them in the friendly challenges. But there you go. And I was hoping that baby dragon would step up and maybe knock out that last archer tower right there. And it's looking real good for that. Now, I screw everything up here with a poison. And I have to use my ability because I used it all early. And something here goes right. So the baby dragon pulled the CC. The baby dragon has splashed, and the baby dragon got a hit on those minions, and it totally nuked them. It killed like half of them. I think my queen would have still been fine with that rage there, but if she didn't, I'm okay with that. She wasn't like critical for the attack, but I wasn't sure if I pulled everything in the CC because I couldn't check it like in the replay right here. But I know she was going to step upward into that corner for that gold mine, and I saw that it was clean, so I could do a BK and 2 wizards to push things left, and then I just could do a baby dragon on the left side, and then I got a really nice funnel, and the queen's aggro radius will draw all these guys into that wall, so it's like free internal wall breaker. And everything here is just going to get mowed down. I put down a heal spell and nearly kill my king because I'm screwing around with hogs in that moment. They actually eat a spring trap and things start going off the rails a little bit. But it's still looking strong, guys. I don't think I've lost any of my Valks. The Valks advanced forward and I'm just back in hogging it. The queen actually broke a wall. I didn't expect her to do that. I expected her to maybe roll eastbound. But, you know, whatever. If she would have rolled eastbound, it would have been better. I think she would have got her healer sniped by the air defense, but the attack was over at that point. I don't think I've lost much, if any, of my Valks. They're all rolling this base. They're rolling it hard. Wizards are on back. And that's it, man. So, like, that's like my go-to. This is like my money maker. I love this, man. Baby dragon cuts, queen walking, sending the Valks, a little bit of spot hogging. Got this one here from Dixon. Sending the La Loon. I took a look at this base and I was disgusted, but it doesn't have max defenses due to the Expos and Archer tires. So he's bringing the La Loon, man. I really like this. Only got 12 loons to play with, and he's doing this weird queen walk thing. We got to handle that troll Tesla. So he sends down his BK and a wizard. That's going to be the left side funnel, guys. Check this out. So the queen, we're gonna charge right into this base, crazy mode style. Our BK and the wizard got the job done, and he wall breaks this thing, but the queen's like, nah, and it really sucks. But he does get the golem at least drawn out. He pops it all open with a quake. See, sometimes you got to improvise. The CC, the AI, just the AI in this game is so like, it's so random. Like, some things are predictable, but it can be random, and you know, sometimes it comes down to like split second timing, and that can cost you your whole attack. But look at this, guys. So we're gonna get a nice three air defenses, man, with our one queen walk, and we're just gonna go ahead and get things rolling here because of time. We only got like a minute and a half left in the attack. We can just send everything on in. We're looking good. Screw it. That's Dixon. That's what he's gonna do. He's just dropping all this stuff. The loons are advancing from right to left, and look at this. The queen has like her own little path, and she's gonna roll on up here. The BK, he's still cutting down crap up there. He just keeps sending down more lava hounds, more loons, more lava hounds, more loons. Still got one more loon here in the bag, and we should start seeing some cleanup wizards and minions go down here in just a second. But look at this, guys. The queen is still advancing up through this base. Pops that expo, and then she's like, I'll just shoot this wall and keep on going. So it's like never ending. This is funny because he never once got the queen. This is like a La Loon straight into a base, not even gonna get the queen, and she's attacking that max lava hound, which is hilarious because it didn't pop. They like never do, and she's just wearing it down, and we're just hoping for some lava pups, man, and she's gonna hook us up. She's gonna hook us up. Look at this. She's like, I got you. Boom. And now she's got to deal with like 10,000 pups plus the queen advancing all into her. And our queen's still walking. Boom. Walks right into the other queen. Nails her. It's ridiculous. The Dixon way. He also had a really good attack up higher. But I thought this base, this layout, the improvise, and the quakes, man, that was all money. All right, man. Woo. It's a long recap, but it was a really good war, and I just want to say, good game to Six for putting it up at the last second. Ooh, that stings, but it is what it is. ByeForever to everybody in there. Really good job, really good attacks. I think this war was kind of an eye-opener for both sides on like what kind of attacks are viable. You know, it's not always Govaho, you know, like, you know, it's what we've been seeing as some meta, and bases have been adjusted for it, and now in order to compensate for that adjustment, we're starting to see other attacks. So we're starting to see some more La Loons, we're starting to see dragons, we're starting to see just really weird attacks looking at you, Trowley, Betto. Anyway, GG. Alright, guys, this is Dan. Y'all take care.